How do you go about choosing the top 10? What's the process?
Yeah, what happens is that you can nominate any new species that's described in a particular year, and then nomination can be made anytime by submitting the details of the species using the online form. And then at the end, sort of in the beginning of the year, they start to collate the information. And then the initial selection process starts by looking at validity of species description and other things. So the first process is to see how many valid species that we can select.
Yes.
And then the panel members were asked to do at least 2 rounds of selection based on we are given a list of species, and then we look at their information and then rate them by scores. So,
I see.
and then it's 2 rounds.
And many of the ones that were selected this time actually were published in journals that you established yourself.
Yes, it's a great honor. There are 3 species described in Zootaxa, which is a journal that I founded 11 years ago, and another species described in a journal called Phytotaxa, which I established about 4 years ago.
And do you have a favourite amongst the 10 species that were selected?
Yes, one of the box jelly, this one.
Yes.
The blue one is my favorite color. When this species was published, I was fascinated by the color. And it's also interesting, the story is that this species was known well before it's even described. And it's a toxic species, stunningly beautiful. And then when it's published, I look at the picture and was amazed by its beauty. And then I actually selected the species for the website cover, so on that day when this species was described.
I see.
It's really beautiful species, yeah.
So it's had a lot of media coverage, Zhi-Qiang. What do you see as the purpose of this? How is it achieving a good purpose?
Yes, it's really, we want to show the world that the biodiversity is really, there are still a lot of species waiting to be described. I mean, in the last 250 to 300 years, we've described about 1.5 to 2 million species. But still, the majority of the species, especially invertebrates and microorganisms, are still waiting to be described. And taxonomists are describing them in their museums, universities, but their work are not really well known to the general public. And it's important to showcase, to show the world that their work are important to understand the biodiversity of the world. Only when we know what's there, sharing this planet with us, can we sort of really understand their roles, how we can live together, how we conserve them, and then share this planet.